Tell him about the gun line, boss. Tell him about the gun line. That's what inmates tell other inmates who are crying and complaining about working field labor in prison. I've heard the saying more times than I'd like to admit, where somebody's like, oh, it's too hot out here. And somebody else on the gun line range that's swinging that ditch bank blade back and forth to cut them fields and acres of grass. They say, tell him about the gun line, boss. Tell him about the gun line. And that's when the line driver, who's the free man, the gun line boss who pushes the line and keeps everything in order. He's basically the leader, the chief, the engineer of the gun line. He controls everything about the gun line. But he's backed up by 4 men sitting on horses, chewing backer, and chewing a piece of grass out their mouth like this. Got the backer right here. They could chew, backer, and kick ass. That's right, country boys on horses with rifles. 2 of them got rifles. 2 of them got shotguns. They got all 4 corners caught. And you in the crossfire. And they staring, waiting, itching. They woke up in the morning. They want somebody to try to escape. Boom! Because they going to blast them and lay you out. The coroner's going to pronounce you dead, dead, dead. Because you tried to escape them people's gun line. And then them other inmates who are institutionalized, convicts, they looking for you to run. They want you to run too. Because they ain't seen nothing, you know what I mean, interesting in a while. They want to see somebody get blasted. They might play mental games with you to try to get you to run. You going to run like a rabbit? You going to do like that rabbit, get up and go? Oh, man, you got it. You got it. You could run faster than a bullet. You like Speedy Gonzalez. You could outrun that bullet. If only you could make it to that wood line over there. You know what I mean? You make it to that highway. You catch somebody slipping, get their car, and you can hit over there to Texas or Oklahoma. You know what I mean? And them dudes sitting on them horses with that backer, they stand at you the whole time. Got their finger on the trigger, waiting for you to go so they could blast you. Tell them about the gun line, boss. Tell them about the gun line. Get on in line, boys. Swing them ditch bank blades. Let's go, let's go. Grass ain't gonna cut itself. Sometimes dudes call themselves bucking against a man. That's right. They call themselves, I ain't working no more. And that free man says, that gun pusher says, what you doing, boy? Swing that hoe. Swing that hoe, boy. Till that earth. Them dead taters ain't gonna grow themselves, are they? Man, y'all slave driving. Boy, shut up, boy. Y'all slave driving us out here. Put your hands behind your back. Oh, man, you got me down bad. Tell them about the gun line, boss. Tell them about the gun line. And I'm sitting in here, and I'm grateful, and I'm blessed that I'm eventually one day going to get out. And my life, my mind, my young mind, impressionable mind is starting to realize I done made some bad choices. And I got other chance. I got another chance. I got a second chance, a third chance. Because I went back to prison again after I got out. I got a third chance to get this right. Tell them about the gun line, boss. Tell them about the gun line. See, you can't handle a gun line up before the sun gets up. Like I said in one of my other videos. You shoveling that oatmeal down or whatever they put on your tray. Because if you don't eat, you're going to pass out. You know what I mean? You a young dude. You can't have no heat stroke. Lose them brain cells. So you got to go out there, man. You got to get that field labor in Louisiana. See, these other states, they ain't got no field labor like talking about. You know, I know Louisiana got that field labor. I think Texas got that field labor. Probably Mississippi and Alabama. They got that field labor, you know. But some of these other states where they got a lot of other stuff going on, where them gangs or shot callers are running stuff, they ain't got no field labor. They don't know about that gun line. You know what I mean? They don't know the power of them folks. Oh, man. They don't know about the Mississippi River. That's where they dump the bodies at. You think they ain't dumping bodies from the penitentiary in the Mississippi River? Oh, man, I done heard some stories. I heard stories where dudes getting knocked off in a satellite camp. They call up the state prison, penitentiary. They send them people over there with inmates, with trustees to toss the body in the back of the pickup truck. And they go to the river and feed them to the gators. That's what happens. That's what used to happen. You know what I mean? Before cameras. But even now they got blind spots where they banging dudes up in the dorms, hitting them with billy clubs. Dogs, wolf hybrids. Go look it up. State of Louisiana got wolf hybrids they will put on you. Oh, man, tell them about the gun line, boss. Tell them about the gun line. This stuff is crazy. Young dudes going in there, man. It's so wild that they turn themselves out on the gun line because their mind is weak. Their body is weak. They ain't get that oatmeal in their system because that oatmeal ain't good enough. They used to Egg McMuffins. They ain't no Egg McMuffins. You better eat them shells on the state biscuits and pretend like it's an Egg McMuffin. But you don't want to get your mind caught up on no Egg McMuffin. You got to eat that biscuit, no matter what it tastes like. You know what I mean? You done made one of the dudes on the child line mad at you. He done spit on your biscuit. But you know you got to go in the field. And you ain't ready to shank the dude who spit on your biscuit. So you got to eat. Because your mom and dad don't love you no more. Because you done stole from them. And stole from them and broke their heart time and time again. They don't trust you. You ain't got nobody in the free world no more. You're third and fourth time in prison. Now you got to eat a biscuit with spit on it to go work in the gun line. And all you can hear in your head is tell them about the gun line, boss. Tell them about the gun line. You don't want to hear about no more gun lines. Next person says gun line, you don't went crazy. You want to shank them. You know what I mean? But you got to keep your composure. Because one day, you're going to be sitting at home if you play your cards right. And the gun line going to be way in the past. And you're going to let the gun line mold you into the man you are today. The gun line can transform you. It can make you a better man. But you can't complain about everything. You got to look in that mirror. When you put them brogans on, them state shoes and boots, hard on your feet, you got calluses. While some of them other dudes are cutting their Achilles heels because they don't want to work the gun line no more. They gave up. They self-mutilating themselves. I done seen them people come out in the gun line and dudes call themselves bucking the man. It's too hot, I ain't working today. And the man puts them on their knees, shackles their ankles and shackles them by their wrists and their ankle. And I seen that truck come pick them up. They toss them in the truck, two of them in the truck. And them dudes think they're going back to the dungeon, the hole. Because sometimes the hole is better than the field. Isolation. And make no mistake, in the South, in Louisiana, there ain't no air conditions in those state prisons. Don't exist. So when you go back there, it's a hot box. And you know you're going to spend the next 6 months in the dungeon. And if the man really want to get you, he'll leave you back there for years, decades. And so you back there in the dungeon, sweating. But let me tell you something. Some of them dudes trying to escape the field. And so they shackled up, and I seen them toss them in the back of that truck. You know what I mean? In July and August, in the field. In that Louisiana sun. You know about Louisiana humidity? It's 101 degrees, but with the heat index, it's 115, 120. And now them people know them dudes were trying to get out the field. And they want to go to the hole. And they're like, I ain't going to give them what they want. That's what them free people do. They sitting there chewing that backer. The dude, truck driver, they got a truck driver, a rover. And now you in the back of the truck because some people done threw you in the back of the truck. And you thought they was going to bring you straight to the hole. But see, now that you in the back of the truck and you go into isolation and you got a write-up, they're not even going to give you no water. I seen them dudes say, Cap, y'all got to bring me to the hole. Say, Cap, I'm burning back here, Cap. That sun. And see that hotbed back pickup truck? And that's the same pickup truck that they shoveling manure with in the field. And you back there in the back of that truck, laying in that leftover manure. It stinks. You stink. And now the heat's cooking you. Oh, man. And they leave you back there for hours before they finally bring you back to the dungeon. And you ain't get no shower, no bath for 2 days. You know what I mean? Because the water ain't working. Or they told you the water ain't working. Then people like cut the plumbing out on you. See, now they playing mental games. And you back there thinking about telling about the gun line, mama. Telling about the gun line, mama. Because that's what you do when you call your mama. Mama telling about the gun line. Man, let me tell you about the gun line. Oh, this gun line got me changing my life, mama. I want to change my life. And your mama telling you, boy, I told you, boy. Don't go to that place. I told you what they were going to do you. And you ain't want to listen. Now you sitting there. And I seen that man get in that truck, that Rover, and he'll drive, and them dudes are sitting back there shackled up, and they trying to look over like this, and I seen that man driving, and they play them games. He get up by 25 miles an hour. You back there shackled, sitting tight, face looking crazy with a boot in your mouth. And that man drive by 20, 25, and he just hit them brakes. Boom, boom. And them two dudes in the back roll over. Boom. They roll over each other. And you see them dudes on the horses looking. They spit that backer out. They saw what they did. They on the radio communicate with each other. They bet. They know who they like and they don't like. Tell them about the gun line, boss. Tell them about the gun line. So you don't want to know about no field labor. You don't know what field labor is until you've been in field labor in a penitentiary. Prison labor in Louisiana ain't no joke. Why you think? The gang activity inside the prisons is very minimal. Dudes are fighting to survive. They just need food. You know what I mean? Wolf dogs on you. You know what I mean? Minor infractions in the dungeon for years. You know what I mean? They ain't got no time for no prison politics. Dudes want the essentials, water, food, and booty. You heard the booty bandit. It was more important to him was booty than water. Savage mentality, man, savage mentality. But you gotta maintain. And I made it out. I maintained my mind. I got in fights when I had to. But I played my cards right. I didn't get myself involved in nothing I shouldn't have been. I got a little bit smarter, a little bit wiser, paid attention. And for me, I prayed to God to help me get through this. You know what I mean? I wasn't looking for excuses. I was guilty. I looked in the mirror. I knew I had to work in this field. And I did as much field work as they made me do. And now I'm home telling you about the gun line. First-hand experience. A decade in Louisiana prisons. And I'm telling you about the gun line. They got some dudes who I was in there with still in there, never getting out. Some people I know are already dead. Some people are doing a life sentence on the installment plan. They back home, you know what I mean, for third and fourth time. But they ain't changed and they still shooting up. They still running around claiming sets. Nobody cares about all that. You know what I mean? You gotta grow up. Welcome to the Pen and The Shank, the most unusual and unique crime and prison channel experience on YouTube. You should hit that bell notification so you know when I drop a video. Like and subscribe. And welcome to the community where I promise you're going to get different stories. We got more field work coming. Tell them about the gun line, boss. Tell them about the gun line.